Most people think that trading has to be complicated. Flashy charts everywhere, indicators everywhere, nonstop stress. That's nonsense. I use a simple strategy that every average person out there can replicate. This strategy has helped me make over $22 million in 21 years. Let's get into it. So let's look at the example of CCL. Now, this is a stock that has been beaten down since COVID. I like taking advantage of these types of situations. It's uncertainty. Cruise lines were being shut down. Nobody knew what was going on. That's where you can make a lot of money. So let's just pull up the long-term chart here and let's zoom this way out. This is what's called the 50% rule. You had a stock that was up here, $45, $50 a share pre-COVID. All of a sudden, cruise lines are shut down. What happens? We come down here to $5, $6, $7, $8 a share. It doesn't matter. What happens is people lose a lot of money and then they say, you know what? If I can just get 50% of my money back, I just want half my money back, I'll sell. Stock price climbs up about halfway, and then what happens? They sell, stock price falls. Again, runs up. These people that didn't sell here, they're going to sell here, stock price falls. The cycle continues on and on. This has been going on for 6+ years. So here's your high, here's your low, and 50% is right about here. That's about 50%. You might be able to draw it a little high. It doesn't matter. It's about $30 a share. So every time CCL gets to about $30 a share, $32 a share, my expectation is we are going to fall back down. Why? Because you can't break over this level of overhang. This is negative pressure pushing down on the stock. What the question you're probably asking, and it's a good one. Okay, well, what makes it break through that level? Volume. We'll get into volume and I'll bring it all back together. But let's continue looking at this, and I want to tell you a quick story. So back in, this was April, May of 2021, I bought this thing right around here. I did not sell here because remember, I wasn't losing money. I was making money. Didn't sell here, didn't sell here, didn't sell here, didn't sell here. I think I sold right around here. I was walking in the park, actually. I got a notification that we were around $30 a share, and I said, you know what? This is 50%. I ended up selling. Turned out it was a pretty good move, because we really haven't seen $30 a share until 2025. Now we've flirted over a couple of times. But what do you notice? You still cannot break out. Like you get up here to $33 a share, fall back down, fall back down. Let's zoom into this chart and just take a little bit more of a deep dive. This is a stock that I've been trading a lot recently. Not long, but short. So we caught a lot of this rundown. That was really good. And then you had this big run up. And then you started to get a little bit of a pullback. And then you got a rebound and a big pullback. What is this right here? This is an ugly face pattern. Here's your face. So I'm just kind of going through some bearish patterns. This is an ugly face pattern. It's a face that, and you can see it happening in real time. Some of you may be saying, well, you're Monday morning quarterbacking this. I am, but you can absolutely see this in real time. It was discussed on many of our private live streams. You have a stock that moves up and creates this left eye, and then you see the pullback happening. At this point, you're saying to yourself, okay, if we make the right eye, meaning that the stock price runs up and then we get to pull back, we know that the ugly face is happening, and that's what you get. And typically with ugly faces, they go like that, and this is exactly what has happened. So now I'm going and saying, all right, how can I short this on a long-term chart? I want to show you how I shorted it on a daily chart. So there's two different charts that I use. This is a long-term chart. The difference is, and if I actually pull up the second chart for comparison, you notice these are exactly the same time frames. This is today. This is today. This was yesterday. This was yesterday. You can see that the candles are exactly the same. The difference, however, and you need to use these charts independently of each other. I have some people that ask questions, well, if you're bullish over here and you're bearish over here, then I'm confused. What do I do? Decide on the type of trade you want to make. Do you want to make a trade that is more of a day-to-day trade over here? Or do you want to make a longer term trade? Because remember, if you're making a longer term trade, and when we talk longer term, 2 weeks to a year, you're going to have ups and downs. You cannot have a stock go up. So we don't really care about the day-to-day movement of a stock. Look, if you're going long over here, you're going like this. There was a lot of days in here where you went up and then you pulled back. You pulled back from $29 a share to $28 a share. That's a pretty significant drop when we're talking about a stock that's under $30 a share. You run up here and you pull all the way back. We still haven't, even though, and we'll get to stochastic in a second, even though you've had a significant pullback from $33 to $30, you still haven't turned into a downward trend yet. You're going to, but you haven't technically yet. So let's talk about that downward trend. Then we're going to talk about volume and we're going to pull everything together. So when we talk about the trend is something that you need to trust as a trader. And I want to just say this real quick. I've thrown a couple of things at you that are a little bit more in depth, but I just want to show you it doesn't have to be complicated. I showed you a pattern called a 50% rule, very obvious to see once you start scrolling out and looking long term. Let's just do it again. You can scroll out to a lot of charts. Look at that, 50% rule. How do I know it's 50% rule? All I have to do is notice all of this black area up here. Let's go to a stock like Boeing, another great example. 50% rule. Go back to COVID. A lot of blackness up here have not crossed that $230, $240 level, whatever that is with Boeing. So you can see these things and it's pretty obvious. So let's talk about trend. If you do not trust your trend, you're not going to be a good trader. If you just chase price action, I have a lot of people that I see comments, and they're not in our community, but I see a lot of comments. Trading doesn't work. I tried to buy this, and perfect example here. You try to buy a stock that, well, the stock price is running up. It went from $28 to $33 in a matter of 3 days. Why won't it go to 40? Why won't it go to 50? I'm just going to buy right here, and because it's been going up, it's going to keep going up. Well, no, there's a lot more that goes into it. But there's a lot of people that will buy at 33 thinking it'll go to 43, and it doesn't work. And what do they say? Trading doesn't work. Well, of course trading doesn't work. If you just take a bunch of poop and throw it at the wall, it's not going to work. That's just the reality of this. We need to trust our trends. So let's start over here on a daily chart. This is more of an interactive chart. You're getting more of this day-to-day movement. Remember, these are the exact same time frames, but you can see the movement is here day to day. So let's pull this one up exclusively and let's look at it. Let's look over the past let's call it, what is this, 2, 3, 4 weeks on CCL. So you had a really nice run here. You had a big candlestick here. This is called an engulfing candlestick, a candlestick that is thick and larger than the previous day. It's taking out the high price of the previous day. When you're going the other way, you have a thick candle that's taking out the low price of the previous day. These are your buy signals. Now, how do we get to a buy signal? You need to have the trend in your favor. So if we're looking at this, we say, okay, we have the trend moving in a positive direction. We always want red line over yellow when we're moving in a positive direction. When we're moving down, we want red line under yellow. It's pretty self-explanatory when you start getting familiar with these charts. Then we're looking for an increase in volume. Let's talk about volume for a second. What is it? It's the number of shares traded per day in a stock, any respective stock, in any respective indice, etc. Volume is like gasoline that goes in your car. If you're driving up a hill, let's say you're driving up a country road and you're going up a very large hill, say you're driving through West Virginia. Do you want to have more or less gasoline in your car to make it up that hill? Well, of course you want more gasoline. If you're pushing a boulder up that mountain, do you want to have one person pushing that boulder, or do you want to have 100 people pushing that boulder? Of course you want 100 people pushing that boulder. It's going to go more smoothly. If you're rowing a boat, do you want to be rowing in the same direction or everybody rowing in an opposite direction? The same direction, of course. It's the same thing with volume. The more people you have going in the same direction, meaning more buyers if you're going long, more sellers if you're going short, then that is a good time to purchase it. So if we're looking at this, and how do we determine that? Well, this line here, this is our average volume line over the last 30 days of volume. It dictates to us the average volume that we should be considering. So if we have a closure right here, that's our kind of our closure point of the December 10th. We had about 85% of average volume. That's great. More importantly, December 11th, we had more than average volume. But not only did we have more than average volume, we had more volume on December 11th than we had on December 10th. What does that indicate? It means that buyers are going in the same direction. Everybody's kind of building that confidence. Everybody's getting behind that boulder. Let's say you had 30 people pushing it here. Now you have 80 people pushing that boulder. That's what you want to see. You want to see momentum going on your side. Conversely, when you're coming down, you want to have selling volume going your way. So we had about, let's call it 80% of average here. You had average here. You had over average here. More importantly than actually getting average, you had more volume on this day than you did this day. And you had more volume on this day than you did this day. You like to see consistent days in a row of building average. What does that do for a stock price? In this case, because you're going short, it pushes momentum down. In this case, when you're going long, it pushes momentum up. Even here, this is another example of going long. More volume here than here than here. What happened to the stock price? It ran up like that. You want momentum on your side. So if you're looking at buying a stock, let's say that we're just buying a stock right now, we need to look for a couple of things. My eyes always, anytime I open any chart, doesn't matter what ticker symbol you ever give me, my eyes automatically go right here. They go right to the trend. They go to the trend and they say, okay, am I in the sweet spot? Let's define sweet spot. The area that you have the highest probability to make money. I would like everybody to hear this loud and clear. You are going to lose money when you trade. It is impossible to make money every single time. It just is. The only way you're making money every single time is if you're Bernie Madoff. Maybe Bernie wouldn't have gotten caught if he threw some losses in there. You are going to lose. The goal, however, and the system that I've set up is that you are going to lose less. You're going to mitigate your losses. We have stops in place and you let your winners run. That's the whole idea behind this. You're going to lose. We're all going to lose, but you want to lose less. You want to realize when to take the loss and give yourself the highest probability to make money. Remember, I didn't say the highest certainty to make money, the highest probability. And I've found that this area, in this area I call the sweet spot, you have the highest probability to make money. This is your 32% line on the bottom. This is your 80% line on the top. If you're in these areas of 32 and 80, you're going to give yourself the highest probability to make money. If you're buying up here, the stock is kind of oversold at that point, meaning that, and if we take a look actually, anytime we get up in this area, you notice that the stock just kind of turns the other way. When you get down here, we're kind of at the bottom. It looks like it's kind of turning back up and you're kind of sputtering out of volume, right? You open the day here. Let's look at this. You open the day here today and look where you are. It's rebounding back up. Why? Well, number one, your volume is falling off. And number two, the trade is kind of over because you're not in the sweet spot anymore. Your highest probability to make money was right in here. So people will often ask, when do I buy a stock? That's a great question. When you're in the sweet spot, that's when you buy a stock or sell a stock short. When do I exit the position? Great question. When you're on the daily chart, really when you get into this oversold area below 32%, or when you're going long into this overbought area, 80%. Now, the more experience you gain, the better off you're going to be. And another thing, I trade CCL religiously. Anytime that CCL gets to about $32 a share, what do? I end up going short on it. Why? Because I know the behavior. Stocks are living, breathing things. They all have their own behavior. You know the behavior of your kid. You know the behavior of your pet. You can kind of anticipate what's going to happen next, right? It's very similar when it comes to stocks, especially when you've been following them for years and years and years. So my suggestion is if you're looking at swing trading or long-term trading stocks, go in there and have 5, 6, 7 stocks that you watch on a regular basis. If I pull up my watch list over here, these are stocks that I watch on a very regular basis. These top ones, these top 5 here, top 6, these are the ones I trade. These ones down here I get from the live streams. Actually, Zim should be up there. Zim is another one that I trade on a regular basis. Anytime Zim hits $23 a share, I'm going short on it. Why? Because I know the behavior of this stock. Let's zoom out real quick and let's look at the history of this. Another big 50%er. Zim. It had a heck of a run up during COVID. It came all the way back down. Now, if we just draw a line here, just probably a little lower, just like that. Actually, I can actually go lower with that line. If I draw a line just like that, what do you notice? Every time this thing hits $24 a share, $24 a share, $24 a share, $24 a share, $24 a share. Here it crept over. It went to 29, but what happened? It fell all the way back down. $24 a share, $24 a share. And what's happening currently? It's falling down. Anytime this thing hits $24 a share, even if it goes above, it's going to come back down. Why? Because of all of this overhang. And I told you earlier in the video, I'd bring this together. What pushes you through overhang? What pushes you up into this area so we actually finally break through? What happens? Answer the question for yourself real quick. Volume. Volume pushes you through it. So if you want to have a stock that breaks through what these are called resistance points, a stock can't get through. Think of it as a steel I-beam. Think of it, you're on a construction site and they put that steel I-beam right here. How do you get through this? Well, you better have a heck of a lot of heat or a jackhammer. I have no idea, but you better have something that can drive a lot of energy to get through that steel beam. It's possible to get through it, but you got to have something with a lot of energy getting through it, whether that's heat or pressure or what have you. To get through that, you need a lot of it. You need a lot of volume. Think of this as a steel I-beam, and you need a lot of volume to push through it. If you get the volume, you will get through it. As you flip through stocks, you're probably going to see a lot of stocks and say, hey, that was a 50%er, and look what happened. It broke through. Why did it break through? I suggest you go back and see when it broke through that 50% area, and notice it was volume every single time. Now, I've given you examples here. And I know this was a lot that I threw at you at one time, from ugly face patterns to 50% rules to volume. It can be a lot, but trust me, guys, to every single person watching, including myself, it is a lot at first. It really isn't. This is a very, very simple system. And we have a Patreon community for that. Remember, when I first started trading, I had nobody. I was completely on my own and I figured it out by myself. The beauty of what we have is that it's a community of like-minded people. And you have access to me, you have access to Bailey, you have access to our 3 to 4 times a week private live streams just for the community where we trade live. You have access to the other members of the community that have been doing this for quite some time. We have several members that now do this on a regular basis, if not full time. It's actually incredible to see that people have left their jobs and this is what they do for a living now. I'm not saying that has to be your goal. Anybody should be able to do this. A kid should be able to do this. A grandparent should be able to do this. Somebody that just wants something to do to stay busy, this is a great thing to do. It's a simple system, and we are there to hold your hand. So here's what I would encourage you to do. It's mid-January right now. Give yourself a goal of saying, I'm going to trade real money by mid-March to early April. Join our Patreon community, try it out, watch the Trading 101 series, ask questions, communicate with us, participate in the live streams, and see where this takes you. I have a question for you. What do you have to lose? It's really not that much. It's a skill that you can use for the rest of your life. So I just walked you through a great example of CCL. I showed you Zim. I showed you how Boeing works, how I use volume, how I use trend, and how I put it all together. But if your goal is to make money in trading, you're going to need more than just these examples. You're going to need everything that I told you about in our Patreon community. And not only that, you're probably going to want a full blueprint. Lucky for you, I made that video. I lay it out in this next video. It's simple, it's clear, and it's actionable. Click the video on your screen right now, and let's take your trading to the next level.